If your cat is 10 years old or older and lately something just feels off. Maybe she's sleeping more than usual. Maybe she stopped jumping on the couch she used to love. Maybe she just stares sometimes like she's lost and you told yourself she's just getting older. That's normal. That's what cats do. I thought the same thing until I learned what was actually happening inside these cats, because here's what most cat owners never find out. Over 50% of cats between ages 11 and 15 and 85% of cats over age 16 are suffering from a condition that looks exactly like normal aging, but it's not aging. It's a medical condition and it is treatable. And most of them never get help because their owners thought it was just old age. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 signs that something is actually wrong with your senior cat. Signs that most owners completely miss. And one of these signs is so subtle. Most vets say owners only notice it after it's already too late. I'll tell you exactly which ones mean you need to call your vet today, because the cat sitting near you right now, she may already be showing one of them. The big myth. But before those 7 signs make sense, you need to unlearn something first. Something almost every cat owner believes, and it is quietly costing their cats months of treatable health. That belief is this: my cat is getting older. Changes are normal. This is just what aging looks like. On the surface, it sounds reasonable. Cats get old. Things slow down. That's life. But here is what most people don't know. Growing older is not a disease. Let me say that again. Growing older is not a disease. There are cats at 14, 15, even 16 years old who are sharp, active, eating well, and perfectly healthy. No confusion. No hiding. No crying at night. Just a healthy old cat. So when your cat starts showing changes, that is not just aging. That is your cat's body sending you a signal. And here's where the real danger lives. These changes are often gradual. They don't happen overnight. 1 week, she's a little slower. 2 weeks later, she's sleeping in a different spot. A month later, she stops jumping up. And each time you tell yourself she's just getting older. And each time you wait. But here's what's actually happening during that wait. She may have kidney disease, the #1 silent killer in senior cats, or a thyroid condition that makes her feel anxious and exhausted every single day. Both of these are diagnosable. Both of these are treatable, and she has no way to tell you. Every week you wait thinking it's just old age could be a week of pain your cat is living through in silence, alone, and she cannot tell you. She can only show you. And those 7 signs, they're the only way she knows how to say something is wrong. Please pay attention. Sign first, slowing down. And this is probably something you've already noticed and already explained away. She used to race you to the kitchen. Now she walks. She used to leap onto the bed in one clean jump. Now she stands at the edge and hesitates. And you told yourself she's just getting older, slower. That's normal. Here's what's actually happening. Studies show that 90% of cats over age 12 have some degree of osteoarthritis. 9 out of 10. That means almost every senior cat you see moving slowly is not just tired. She is moving carefully because movement hurts, and cats are masters at hiding pain. She will never cry. She will never limp dramatically. She will just slow down and wait for you to notice. When do you call the vet? If she has stopped jumping completely. If she hesitates on the stairs she used to run up. If she flinches when you touch her back or hips, call your vet this week. Arthritis in cat is manageable. There are medications, supplements, and simple home changes that can give her real comfort back, but only if you catch it. Sign second. Litter box problem. She's missing the litter box or avoiding it completely. Maybe she's going right next to it. Maybe she's finding corners around the house and you think she's being difficult. She forgot her training. She's doing this on purpose. She is not. Here's what missing the litter box actually means. In a senior cat, it could be arthritis. The sides of the box are too high and climbing in causes pain. It could be kidney disease. She needs to go urgently and can't make it in time. It could be diabetes. She's producing more urine than her body is used to. Or it could be cognitive decline. She genuinely forgot where the box is. This single sign, one of the most dismissed behaviors in senior cat. It is one of the most important ones on this entire list. When do you call the vet? Immediately. Not next week. Not when it gets worse. The moment your senior cat starts consistently missing the litter box, that is a same week vet visit. In the meantime, add a second litter box with lower sides, somewhere she doesn't have to travel far to reach. That one change alone can tell you a lot. If she starts using the easier one, arthritis is very likely the cause. Sign 3. This crying ET night. One exhausts owners the most. She cries at night, loudly, sometimes for hours. You've checked her food. It's full. You've checked her water. Fine. You've held her, petted her, tried everything. Nothing works. And you think she wants attention. She's being demanding. This is just what old cats do. It's not. Night crying in senior cat is one of the clearest signals of a medical problem. It could be high blood pressure, which causes confusion and distress. It could be hyperthyroidism, which creates a constant internal feeling of anxiety and restlessness. Or it could be cognitive dysfunction. She wakes up in the dark. She doesn't know where she is. She doesn't recognize her surroundings, and she calls out the only way she knows how. Imagine waking up every night, not knowing where you are. That is what some of these cats are experiencing. When do you call the vet? If the night crying has happened more than 3 or 4 times, call your vet this week. Blood pressure checks and thyroid panels are simple tests. And if it's cognitive dysfunction, a nightlight near her sleeping spot and a heated blanket in a familiar location can make a real difference starting tonight. Sign for hiding. And this is the one most owners mistake for personality. She's hiding under the bed, in the back of the closet, places she never used to go. And you think she just wants alone time. She's more independent now. That's just her personality. Here is the truth about hiding in cats. In the wild, a sick or injured animal that shows weakness becomes a target. That instinct never left domestic cats. When your cat is in pain or scared or confused, she does not come to you. She disappears because hiding feels like safety. A cat who suddenly starts hiding more than usual is not seeking alone time. She is seeking protection from something her body is going through that she cannot explain to you. When do you call the vet if hiding is new? If it started in the last few weeks and it's happening daily, that is a vet visit this week, especially if she is hiding and not eating. That combination is urgent. Do not wait on that one. Sign 5, personality changes. This is the one that breaks owners' hearts the most. She's not herself anymore. Maybe she used to be gentle. Now she hisses when you touch her. Maybe she used to greet you at the door. Now she doesn't look up. Maybe the cat that slept on your chest every night now flinches when you reach for her. And you think she's just grumpy. Old cats get grumpy. She wants her space now. But a sudden personality change in a senior cat, it is not a personality shift. It's a symptom. Aggression and irritability in older cats are frequently caused by pain. She doesn't want to be touched because touching hurts. Or by hyperthyroidism, a condition that floods her body with anxiety every single hour of every single day. Imagine feeling deeply anxious all the time with no way to explain it. That is what hyperthyroidism feels like for a cat. When do you call the vet? If the personality change was sudden, if it happened over days or weeks, not years, call your vet immediately. A thyroid panel is a simple blood test, and if it's pain related, treating the pain often brings their personality back. Owners cry in vet offices when that happens because they didn't realize how much they missed their cat until she came back. Sign 6, confusion and disorientation. She seems confused. She stares at the walls. She walks into rooms and just stands there. She gets stuck in corners, like she forgot how to turn around. She meows at nothing, and you think she's just being weird. Cats are weird. That's just cat behavior. It's not. Remember those statistics I mentioned at the very start of this video. The 50%, the 85%. This is what I was talking about. This condition, this one right here, it's called feline cognitive dysfunction, FCD, the feline equivalent of dementia. And I held back the name until now because I wanted you to understand exactly what it looks like in real life before I gave it a label. Now you know what to look for. When do you call the vet? If you've seen 2 or more of these behaviors, staring, getting lost, meowing at nothing, and they're happening regularly, call your vet this week. There is no cure for FCD, but there are diet, supplements, and medications that genuinely help keep her environment consistent. Don't move her furniture. Use night lights, small things that reduce her confusion more than you might expect. Sign 7, weight changes, the easiest to miss because it happens so slowly. You don't notice until it's significant. She's losing weight or gaining it without any change in her diet. And you think old cats get skinny. She's just eating less. That's normal. It is not normal. Unexplained weight loss in a senior cat is almost always a sign of something medical. It could be hyperthyroidism, her metabolism running dangerously fast. It could be kidney disease, her body not absorbing nutrients properly. It could be cancer. And I'll say this clearly, early detection in cats is real and it works. Caught early, many cats go on to live comfortably for years. That's not false hope. That's medicine. Weight gain matters too. Unexplained gain can signal diabetes or hidden arthritis, slowing her movement down. When do you call the vet? If your senior cat has lost or gained noticeable weight in the last 1 to 2 months with no change in diet, that is a vet visit this week. And here is something you can do right now. Pick her up. Run your fingers gently along her spine and rib. If you can feel them more easily than you used to. She has lost weight, even if she looks the same from across the room. Cats carry their weight in their coat. Your hands will tell you the truth before your eyes do. 7 signs. And I want you to sit with that for a moment, because if even one of those sounded familiar, if you felt that quiet recognition, that's my cat. I don't want you to feel guilty. I want you to feel ready, because knowing is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of what you can actually do. And that's exactly what comes next. Action steps. Now I know what you might be feeling right now. Maybe a little scared, maybe a little guilty. Maybe you're already running through the last few weeks in your head, thinking about the moments you noticed something and told yourself it was nothing. I want you to stop that, because guilt is not useful here. Action is. And the good news is, the things that will help your senior cat the most are simpler than you think. Let me walk you through exactly what to do, starting today. Step 1, start tracking. 6:45. The first thing I want you to do costs nothing and takes 2 minutes. Start a note on your phone right now, today. Every time you notice something different about your cat, write it down. What did she do? When did it start? How often is it happening? Is it getting worse? I know that sounds simple, but here is why it matters. When you walk into a vet's office and say, she's been acting strange lately, that tells your vet almost nothing. But when you walk in and say, for the past 3 weeks, she's been missing the litter box every 2 or 3 days, and it started right after we moved her food bowl, now your vet has something real to work with. Even better, take videos. A 20-second clip of your cat hesitating at the stairs, or staring at the wall, or crying at night. It is worth more than 1,000 words in a vet's office. Your phone is already in your pocket. Use it for her. Step 2, change how often you visit the vet. Second, and this one surprises a lot of people, senior cats need a vet visit every 6 months, not once a year, every 6 months. Here's why. Most of the conditions I described today, kidney disease, hyperthyroidism, diabetes, arthritis, show up in blood work and urine tests before they show up in behavior, meaning your vet can find these things before your cat is even showing symptoms, before she's in pain, before she's confused, before you even know something is wrong. A twice yearly checkup with basic blood work is the single most powerful thing you can do for a cat over 10 years old. It is not overreacting. It is paying attention. Step 3, modify your home. Third, there are things you can change at home today that will make a real difference in how your senior cat feels, and none of them are expensive. Pet stairs or a small ramp next to your bed or couch so she doesn't have to jump and land on joints that hurt. A second water fountain in a different room. Senior cats drink more when water is easy to reach, and hydration is critical for kidney health. A low-sided litter box, or even a regular box with one side cut down so climbing in doesn't cause pain, and a heated bed in her favorite sleeping spot. Warm reduces joint pain significantly, and honestly, watching her settle into a warm bed and finally fully relax, that alone is worth it. Step 4, what not to do. 7:35, and just as important, here are 3 things I want you to stop doing or never start. 1, don't rearrange your furniture. Senior cats, especially those with cognitive decline, navigate your home from memory. They know exactly where the couch is in the dark. They know the path from the bed to the food bowl. When you move things, even with good intentions, you take away the map she has been building for years. Leave her world where it is. 2, don't bring a new pet home right now. A new animal means new smells, new sounds, new competition. For a senior cat already dealing with pain or confusion, that stress can accelerate symptoms dramatically. If you're thinking about a new pet, wait, talk to your vet first. 3, don't wait and see. I know it feels responsible. Let's just watch it for a few more weeks. But with senior cats, catching something in month 1 versus month 3 can be the difference between manageable and serious. Early treatment works. Waiting does not. Before I let you go, I want to say something, and I mean this. The fact that you watched this entire video, that you sat through 7 sign and action steps and vet recommendations means something. Most people won't do that. Most people will scroll past. Most people will keep telling themselves, she's just getting older. You didn't. You watched. You paid attention. That makes you a better cat owner than most people ever choose to be. Your senior cat cannot tell you when something hurts. She cannot tap you on the shoulder and say, I'm scared, or my joints achy, or I woke up and didn't know where I was. She can't do any of that. All she can do is showing you. And now you know how to look. These golden years, the slow mornings, the long naps, the way she still finds your lap. These can be the most beautiful years you spend together, not despite her age, because of it. You just have to know what to watch for. And now you do. Before you go, I want to know something. How old is your cat? Drop it in the comments right now. Even if she's young, even if she's perfectly healthy, I genuinely want to know who's watching. And if any of those 7 signs stopped you, if one of them made you think, wait, that's her, tell me which one. Just one line. Which sign? What she does. I read every single comment. And if you're not sure whether what you're seeing is serious, describe it. Someone in this community will respond. And so will I. If this video helped you, share it with one person, one cat owner you know who has an older cat and is probably telling themselves right now, she's just getting older. They need to see this. You might be sharing something that genuinely changes things for their cat. And if you want to keep learning how to give your senior cat the best possible life, I post videos specifically for senior cat owners every single week, because your cat is not just getting older, she is getting more precious, and she deserves that extra attention. I'll see you in the next one.